First key field is client. In SAP, clients can represent separate entities or businesses within a single SAP system, enabling data segregation and separate business operations. However, most commonly they are representing business function within an organization. This field in BSEG and BKPF tables store a client-specific identifier to differentiate data across clients. For instance, let's assume that in Fruticorp we have two SAP clients, client 100 for our food collection and sales to hypermarkets business, and client 120 for our juice production and market sales. So all business transactions related to fruity collection and sales business will be recorded in 100 client system, and consequently all transactions linked to juice production and further sales should be reflected in 120. Company code is a distinct identifier allocated to each legal entity or company in an SAP system. It represents an autonomous accounting unit or entity of organization with its own financial statements. For instance, in Fruticorp's client 120 for juice production and sales, we might have various company codes such as Fruticorp NED1 for our juice factory in Netherlands, ITA1 for Italy Palermo branch, and ITA2 for Italy's Naples branch. Similar company code might be under different clients. For example, here on your screen you see GER1, which is head office in Fruticorp example, but this Germany company code are considered as an independent accounting units operating under different clients, although they are same physical place and entity. Another example is ITA1, where it could refer to the same physical branch but represent different businesses. For example, the part of the Italy branch is raising revenue by doing food collection and sales, and another part by making juice and selling it to the hypermarkets or local groceries. In such cases, even though it's the same location, each business is treated as a separate accounting unit within the SAP system. The fiscal year field in both BSEG and BKPF tables stored the precise year in which the transaction was recorded. Typically, this field is derived from the posting date field, which refers to the date when the transaction was posted in the system and signifies the date at which the financial event was accounted for. We can illustrate this concept in this form. Document number field is a unique identifier automatically assigned to each financial document or transaction in SAP. The same document number can also be used multiple times within the same company code, but in different fiscal years. And of course, they might be the same document numbers in multiple company codes as well. In all these scenarios, such documents have no connection or not related to each other. So we use these four key fields in order to connect or map those BSEG and BKPF tables. First one, client, which is representing separate entities or businesses within the single SAP system. The second one is company code, a distinct identifier allocated to each legal entity or company. Third one is the fiscal year, which stores the precise year in which the transaction was recorded. And last one is document number field, which is the unique identifier automatically assigned to each financial document or transaction in SAP. We have discussed the key fields in BKPF table, which help us connect it with BSEG table. Now let's look at the other fields in BKPF. As you know, in this course, we will focus on the fields that people use the most. We will not cover all the fields in BKPF and BSEG because it can get quite detailed. Our goal is to give you a good understanding of the important stuff. Document type categorizes different types of financial documents and transactions. It's typically represented as a character data type with a length of 2 characters. The document type plays a crucial role in classifying and distinguishing various financial transactions. It's important to note that the document type is configurable in SAP and also customizable. However, SAP follows naming guidelines, and the standard SAP classes do not start with Y or Z. Values starting with these letters are considered custom created types. For example, SAP standard document types PO invoice is RE, reversal accounting document is AB, and standard accounting document is SA. Let's say if Fruticorp SAP team created ZT document type for invoice after clearance. This naming convention will be custom created. By the way, this naming convention also applies to many other SAP fields and features, not only to document types. To obtain more detailed information about document types or access their descriptions, you can refer to the SAP configuration table T003. This table contains the relevant data and configuration settings related to document types, providing valuable insights for understanding and managing financial transactions within the SAP system. Transaction code, or shortly TCOD, used to post a financial document or transaction. Each transaction code corresponds to a specific operation or task performed in SAP, such as creating a purchase order, ME21N, or posting a vendor invoice FB60, or custom ticket to post non-PO invoice. It's typically stored as a character data type, and custom-created tickets start with letter Y or Z, as in the case with many other fields and settings. Username field reflects the user ID or login name of the person who executed the transaction. Each user ID in SAP is associated with a specific SAP user role. These user roles determine the level of access and permissions granted to individual users within SAP systems. The user roles help enforce security and ensure that users can only perform authorized actions based on their assigned roles and responsibilities. This segregation of duties and access controls helps maintain data integrity and mitigate risk in financial process within SAP system. By analyzing the username field, organizations can gain insights into user activity, track changes, and maintain accountability for financial transactions within the SAP system. It's typically represented as a character data type with a specific length. Document date represents the date when financial document or business transaction happened. It helps to track and record the chronological order of financial transactions. Posting date refers to the date when a financial transaction was posted or recorded in the system. It's important for determining the fiscal period in which transaction was recorded and for generating financial statements based on the posting date. Both document and posting dates fields are stored as a date data type in SAP. Fiscal year and fiscal period are both mainly determined based on the posting date field in SAP. They provide the essential information for organizing financial data according to the fiscal calendar. If you haven't extracted these two fields from the data source and find the need to have them, you can easily derive them from the posting date. However, sometimes this way of doing feature engineering can be misleading. In normal calendar, we have 12 periods. However, sometimes in accounting calendars, we might need to open periods from 13 to 16. It's done due to adjustment needed to fiscal year data after closing the year. In this case, period in posting date and period in fiscal period fields will be different, so be careful. Entry date refers to the date when financial transaction was entered into the SAP system, specific day when data entry process occurred. An entry time indicates the exact time when financial transaction was entered. Both information is helpful to track the timing of data entry activities and can be useful for auditing purposes or identifying the sequences of transaction entries. Entry date stored as a date data type and entry time field stored as a time data type. Both of these fields are automatically populated and recorded by the system when a financial transaction is entered. They are not manually entered by users like the document date or posting date. Let's use example from FootyCorp to understand difference between those dates in SAP Finance model. Imagine FootyCorp Canada, a fruit beverage company, orders a new juice machine. Document date 30th of July 2023. This date marks the day when the third-party vendor issued the invoice for the juice machine. It's like the birth date of the financial transaction and document. Then, posting date 1st of August 2023. FootyCorp's accounts payable team received the invoice on 31st of July. However, they decide to be strategic about it, and instead of recording it in July, they decide to post it in August to manage their expenses effectively. Why the August posting date, you might ask? The answer is simple. As we mentioned earlier, in SAP Finance model, the fiscal year and fiscal periods are determined by the posting date. So by using 1st of August as the posting date, they are shifting the financial impact of the invoice into August fiscal period. Entry date 31st of July, auto-generated. System puts timestamp automatically generating an entry date to maintain a chronological record of events. In a nutshell, document date is like the invoice birth date, showing when it originated. Posting date is when FootyCorp decides to officially include the invoice in their financial records, which impacts fiscal periods. Entry date is the system's date when the document was posted in the system. So document and posting dates can be changed by finance team, but entry date and entry time are timestamps auto-generated by system. Document currency is a field in SAP BKPF table that represents the currency in which financial transaction is recorded. It indicates the currency denomination of the amounts involved in transaction. Sometimes it might be called transaction currency as well. The local currency is used as a reference for reporting and consolidating financial data within the company or on government level. Second, local currency refers to additional local currency that can be configured in SAP to meet specific reporting and legal requirements. It allows for the presentation of financial data in a second local currency alongside the document currency and local currency. Usually, LC2, which is the short name of local currency 2, is used as a group currency for consolidating of all financial statements from many entities or branches across the world, mostly using USD or Euro. Both local currency and local currency 2 are optional fields that can be customized according to the needs of organization. They provide flexibility in financial reporting and analysis by allowing transactions to be viewed and analyzed in multiple currencies. All three fields are stored as currency data types, which are specifically designed to handle monetary values and ensure accurate currency conversion within the system, having a fixed length of 3 characters, which is representing the currency code. Let's illustrate this scenario in order to understand the currencies better. Let's check postings of 3 entities located in different countries but belonging to the same organization or company of Fruticorp. As you can see, postings can be done in any document currency. However, local currency is the same within company codes. In case if, let's say, we would like to prepare a statutory report in Turkey, we will use LC, which is Turkish lira, where all document currency amounts are converted to LC2 amount. Similarly, for Italy, it will be euro as a local currency, and for Great Britain, it will be GBP. But what is the same across all these company codes and even clients in standard cases, of course, is LC2. And commonly, LC2 is the same because it's associated with group currency. The group currency is the currency in which our company, in this case Fruticorp, is doing its group reports, for example, group profitability reports. In this example, this is the company with headquarters in Germany. So most logically, Fruticorp would like to have euro currency as its group currency in LC2. So if, let's say, finance team would do group reporting by showing results of all branches or company codes of Fruticorp across the world, they would do it in euro. In summary, LC or local currency is mainly for government or country level reporting, and LC2 is for company level global reporting. Usually it's the way how it's configured, but of course you can easily adjust it for your needs. When it comes to DC or document currency or transaction currency, it's just the currency which business transaction took place. Exchange rate field present in the SAP BKPF table. It represents the exchange rate applied to convert amounts from document currency to the local currency or any other currency specified in transaction. Translation date represents the date on which the translation of foreign currency amounts into the local currency or any other specified currency is performed. The translation date determines the exchange rates to be used for currency conversion. In standard SAP configuration, both fields can be manually edited during the posting. However, if they are not edited, the translation date will be equal to the posting date, and the exchange rate will be applied automatically using the assigned translation date. Exchange rate field is typically stored as a numeric data type with 4 digits of precision, whereas translation date is stored as a date data type in SAP. Reference document number is a field used to link or reference the transaction to another document, such as purchase order, invoice, or payment. It provides a means to track or trace the relationship between related financial documents. For instance, in most automatically posted vendor invoices, this field shows invoice number generated by counterparty system. Might be SAP as well as non-SAP, doesn't matter. It shows the document number or, let's say, posting date of the original document in a text format. Document header text is another field in SAP BKPF table, and it represents the text or description associated with the document header. It's used to provide additional information or details about the financial transaction, serving as a brief explanation or clarification of the purpose or nature of the transaction. Both fields are stored as a character data type. Reverse document number is the field used to link the reverse transaction to the corresponding reversal document. Usually the reverse document contains the document number of the reversal in this field and vice versa. Reversal indicator indicates whether a financial transaction has been reversed or its reversal or none of them. Typically, X reversal field contains trinary values. 1 signifies a transaction that has been reversed. 2 represents a reversal document, and none indicates that the transaction is neither reversed nor reversal. Reason for reversal is another field in SAP BKPF table. It represents the reason or explanation for the reversal of financial transaction. It allows for the inclusion of predefined or user-defined code or description that explains the motive or rationale behind the reversal. Compared to other two fields, this one is less commonly used by data professionals, although it provides valuable information in specific cases. In SAP Finance Module, certain fields such as amount, GL account, dates, and others cannot be directly edited in a posted document. To make corrections or change to this field, the original document must be reversed and new document should be entered. For instance, let's consider a case where we have posted document, the one that you see in your screen, but later realized that we need to increase the amount due to missing tax line. SAP Finance Module doesn't allow direct editing of already posted documents. For example, if you want to adjust total value of posting or add additional line to your document, then you will not be able to do this by editing existing document. In this case, attempting to fix the document by adding an additional line and editing the amount directly is not possible. The correct approach is to reverse the original document first. This creates a reversal document, a new one, which effectively offsets the wrong document, resulting in a net impact of 0. The debit and credit signs are opposite in reversal document. Then a new document needs to be posted, which contains the accurate and corrected information. In this situation, the first document is the reversed document. Second one is the reversal, and the last one is reposted document. As we mentioned earlier, reversal document line amounts offsetting and nulling reversed document lines. In this scenario, credit 10,000 amount gets offset with debit 10,000 and vice versa. And the reverse document number field displays the document number of reversal in the case of reversed document and vice versa, as you see in your screen. The reversal indicator field shows 1 in case of reversed document, which is the initial document, the first one, as you see in your screen, and 2 in case of reversal, which is kind of a offsetting document, and nothing or none in case of new document or any document which was not corrected, not reversed, or it's not a reversal. Reposted documents are neither reversed nor reversal. Hence, they have no reverse document number and reversal indicator.